secured. If anything has happened, for God's sake, let me know it. Jefferson's anxiety about his personal world extended to the political one as well. There were reports of gathering British strength, cannons en route from the Tower of London, 2,000 troops from Ireland, frigates bound for the middle colonies. One target, Virginia. And more specifically, Virginia planters. The naval forces, Jefferson said, were coming at the express and earnest intercessions of Lord Dunmore. The plan is to lay waste all the plantations of our riversides. Little seemed cheering. On Sunday, October 22nd, 1775, an invitation for Jefferson to dine at Roxborough, the country house of the Philadelphia wine merchant Henry Hill, may have promised some shelter from the storms. It was a congenial company, headed by Peyton Randolph, whom Jefferson adored. At Roxborough, around 4 o'clock, Peyton Randolph suffered a stroke. Jefferson called it apoplexy, and lingered about 5 hours, dying at the Hills at 9 o'clock that evening. For Jefferson, the emblem of the whole world, the world Jefferson had known forever and which he aspired to lead, was dead at an hour of great danger. Peyton Randolph had dominated Virginia, from the House of Burgesses to the Raleigh Tavern, to St. John's Church to the Pennsylvania State House. Jefferson always kept Randolph's example in mind, admiring the blend of conviction and amiability that enabled the man Jefferson called our most worthy speaker to survive and thrive in the arena. Peyton Randolph was dead. Hattie Jefferson was sick, and a daughter had died. Jefferson was beset from seemingly every side. Then, in late October 1775, at Hampton, near Norfolk, Virginia, the British tried to land armed parties from British vessels to burn the town. Dunmore was in command of Norfolk, which gave the British a strategic base and a critical point of access. To the north, colonial troops under Benedict Arnold and Richard Montgomery were undertaking expeditions against Canada. And in Virginia, the Virginia Convention, which was governing in the wake of Dunmore's dissolution of the House of Burgesses, created a Committee of Safety, a civilian body to oversee the state's military. All that Jefferson loved was in peril. The 11 months preceding the Declaration of Independence were a contentious time.